Jim Cantore, he's a certified broadcast meteorologist, not like some of those other guys who aren't certified. Also been with the Weather Channel for, I think, over 30 years now. And he's more than just biceps. He's a man of integrity. And he joins us now from Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Hi, Jim.
Good morning, Mr. Patrick. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay, but how about you?
Very good. I'm a little worn out. To be honest with you, the pregame sometimes gets you worn out, then the adrenaline kind of gets you through it. So I'm waiting for that to kick in, and that should be about tonight when this thing starts hammering away.
When's it going to get bad, and how bad will it get?
It's already bad in the Outer Banks. The Outer Banks is getting wind. They're getting big waves that are coming in. The beach erosion started up there, so that's going to trickle down here in southeast North Carolina, and then eventually down the South Carolina coast. The problem with this one, Danny, is we got like 36, 48 hours of big wind gusts, heavy rain. It's tough when you get these big ones out there and they stall. They're going to stall right where we are and just dump a phenomenal amount of rain, and that's what we got with this one, with Florence.
And so is category downgraded to a 3?
No, it's a 2. So, but here's the deal: people focus on that category, and what they don't realize is it's still going to the same. Whether this was a 3 or a 4 or a 2, it's still going to produce the same amount of rain. All right. It's about the speed of the movement that produces the rain, plus the size of this thing. I mean, you have 400-mile wide tropical storm wind field, so it's going to be pushing all that water into the Outer Banks in southeast Virginia and South Carolina in time as it moves south. So you're going to just beat up those beaches over several high tide cycles. So the storm surge potential and the rainfall potential have not changed regardless of the category. Now, I will say this: what's going to help us out a little bit is that downgrade isn't going to give us as much wind damage potential, structural damage potential from the wind. But, don't be fooled. You're going to go 30, 40 hours with that kind of wind cranking up. There's going to be a lot of trees, a lot of power lines coming down, and a lot of flooding. When's
the last time you were scared?
Scared is probably not what I mean. When the surge came up in Katrina about 25 to 30 feet, that kind of freaked me out a little bit because I wasn't expecting it. So when I'm not meteorologically, I expect myself to know what's going to happen. But when something kind of catches me off guard, because we didn't know all that water was going to come in so quickly, and that's what catches people off guard. That's why 50% of the deaths in tropical systems are because of the storm surge, because the water comes up so quickly it catches people off guard. You can't get out of it. Can't get out of it. So that kind of freaked us out a little bit, and we had to scramble. We had to get our gear inside as much as we can. A lot of the guys were so exhausted they left their gear in their car. Their cars are out there floating in a parking lot like a rubber ducky. We're getting all the vets, the heroes at the Armed Forces Retirement Home in Gulfport up on the second floor because everybody was down there eating. All the medications were down there. The power goes out, and you're trying to carry, these guys that are in these battery-powered wheelchairs up those, now humid-soaked, slippery stairs because the power's out. So it was just a horrible situation. That was a bad day. That was a really bad day.
What's the difference in hurricanes? We know the grades there, but are there different hurricanes?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is the size. That's why, when we get kind of hung up on these categories.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, this is what we did on the same date back in 2008 when Hurricane Ike came into Galveston. That was a Cat 2, like this one is, but it produced Cat 4 waves and surge. So that's why so many people died. That's why it completely gutted the Bolivar Peninsula, because people focused on that. No, well, it's only a 2. I'm going to stay. That's only a 2. That's just, you got to look at the size. You got to look at the wind field around this thing, and you got to realize this thing is pushing so much water toward the coastline. And once you push it up a river or push it onto the coast, it has nothing to do but pile up, and that's what it's going to do.
Jim Cantore from the Weather Channel joining us from North Carolina. The biceps on display yesterday. We proudly showed all of your. It felt like you were posing a little bit like an NFL referee. Would you like to defend what you were doing yesterday in your very, very tight-fitted golf shirt?
Yeah, I can't help it that they gave me a woman small to wear out the field. I can't help that, bro. But I used to do. But who was it that was picking on my back? I take a lot of pride in the back, so I'm a little hurt by that.
Paulie, were you pointing out his traps didn't look like that they were worked on?
I'm just saying bodybuilders like Mr. Cantore, they feature certain things like the traps, And, the lats don't show as well on TV, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, blue is kind of it's one of those colors doesn't really define a lot of things. I'll have to maybe I'll get them to give us some bright orange or some lime green next time, or maybe that'll show up a little bit better.
Are there?
I thought that was a pretty funny segment, guys. To be honest, I needed a little levity, frankly.
Are there Weather Channel groupies?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I mean, Dan, when you're on TV, people kind of develop a relationship with you because they see you or they hear you every day. They let you into their living room or their listening device, however they hear or watch you. So they kind of develop this relationship with you. I just never, in my wildest dreams, ever thought a weather guy would approach that type of level. But
well, wait. So what do you?
People want to come out and take pictures with you? It's nice. It's very nice. Very, very, very nice.
Yeah, but you're not just a regular Weather Channel guy. You're not a guy in a suit and tie telling us the 5-day forecast. Like you're a man.
No, this is when we come out here to do these kind of things. This is our Super Bowl. So we get amped up for it. We want to bring people into the weather. We want to show them what's going on. The adrenaline starts pumping. So it really is. It's our game day when we have events like this. So yeah, if that's what we're doing and viewers are absorbing that and enjoying it, embracing it, then so be it. Here's the one thing I love is the fact that when people this thing that follows me around now. Hey, if Cantore shows up, it's all hell's going to break loose.
Yeah.
If that's how you feel and you leave and evacuate, if that's what emergency officials are telling you to do, great, mission accomplished. I'll take it.
Yeah, but I would want to stay to see Jim Cantore when he came to town. I'd be one of those groupies, though.
Yeah, till the water starts to rise, and all of a sudden your car's underwater. Then you may want to leave, that kind of thing.
If you want to on your next live shot on the Weather Channel, maybe show off your back muscles, the lats. We'd be more than happy to display that. I'll promote it. If
we didn't have a serious life or death situation on our hands, talk to me in the winter. We'll have some fun in the winter because usually people, those are a lot more fun. Push-ups in the snow for you. Anytime, DP.
I love that.
Anytime.
I love that last year where you're off the side of the road. I think your feet were up on the guardrail and you're doing.
That's correct.
You're doing your push-ups. We're showing it right now.
Only for you, Dan Patrick. Only for you.
Great stuff. As always, be safe, Jim. We appreciate your time.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate the call.
Jim Cantore, the Weather Channel. Oh, man. Yeah, Paul.
They're showing it right now. Cantore's up in Millbury, Mass. 50 inches of snow.
It's just great.
He's covered. His beard is covered with ice, and he's just pumping out push-ups.
He's so great at that.
Toes up.
Yeah.
He's pumping out push-ups while giving the update of like, still expecting heavy volume here.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Band coming down from Nova Scotia. 3, 4, 5, 6.
A good sport.
Dude's the best, man.
Yeah. And I get it, that this is very serious with what's going on. But, we just try to provide a little levity for him while he's dealing with something of this serious nature.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.